Ed ecco qua ragazzi, oggi andrò a fare un titolo che tra l'altro è una serie di cui ho già cominciato i gameplay su YouTube, li trovate sul mio canale appunto, basta cliccare sul mio nome in basso, ma se volete potete venire anche a vedermi in diretta e venire sul canale Viola e gli altri social e tutto. Comunque, perché ho fatto il gesto del vuoto? Call of JUAREZ Gunslinger, chiesto dal signor Albi Lovecraft, dopo aver accumulato per tanto tempo i punti a cui si aggiudicano guardandomi durante le dirette. Finisco il discorso? Allora, dicevo, ho fatto il gesto del vuoto perché questo titolo non esiste in versione retail, o meglio, in teoria esisterebbe qualcosa, ma è una ristampa tedesca con un'orribile cornice verde, una roba brutta, veramente brutta. Albi mi ha comunicato che praticamente all'epoca quando uscì questo gioco non credevano molto, diciamo, nel progetto e quindi si sono limitati a farlo uscire solo in versione digitale. Io comunque adesso lo vado a fare appunto la versione digitale che sarebbe io non me lo sono io non me lo sono messo ancora nella scena. Vediamo adesso la versione digitale che praticamente è quella che ho su Steam. Allora, Gunslinger ragazzi è un gioco che ho finito una volta ma non me lo ricordo proprio, quindi considerate la cosa come se stessi giocando una first run. Allora, perché sta tutto sballato? Ok. Bellissimo gioco pure Bound in Blood. Io per ora ho giocato... Ciao Babus, comunque buonasera. Ho giocato solo il primo dei Call of Juarez già in live e ora farò questo. Poi farò anche Bound in Blood. The Cartel no, perché fa veramente schifo. Quello mi rifiutai anche di giocarci all'epoca che ci giocai. Quindi la risoluzione è giusta. Vabbè. Storia. È normale, va. Sono belli tutti quanti, Call of Juarez tranne The Cartel.
Easy boy.
Come no?
Don't I know you, sir?
Don't believe so. I haven't been here in many years. Name's Silas Greaves.
Silas Greaves? The bounty hunter?
Used to be.
Well, what are you doing here in Abilene?
Just passing through. Got a little business to take care of.
Well, sir, it would be an honor if you would allow me to buy you a beer.
Hell, son, it would be my honor to drink it.
I'm Molly. Howdy.
I'm Dwight. That's Jack and Steve. Ben's behind the bar. Oh, I bet you got some great stories.
Ciao Franci.
Any of them true?
Jack, be nice.
A few.
What about your shootout with Henry Plummer's gang in Bannock, Montana? Is that where you started as a bounty hunter? That's what it says in this here dime novel.
Don't believe everything you read in them dime novels, boy. First man I hunted was back when I was riding with Billy the Kid.
You knew Billy the Kid?
Damn right. That scrawny son of a bitch had no fear. Wouldn't back down for nobody.
I heard he collected the 10 stars off any crooked lawman who crossed him.
It was a war, boy. The Lincoln County War. And Billy promised his regulators would take the life of every bastard who helped bushwhack John Tunstall.
Kid had a big chip on his shoulder and a hair-trigger temper. Made him dangerous as hell.
Ad Alberto piace proprio il Far West, che è il secondo gioco a tema Far West che mi fa giocare. Nell'altro fu Gun.
It was about 30 years ago. Billy was hiding out in an abandoned farm near Stinking Springs. I threw in with the kid because the man I had sworn vengeance on was riding with Billy's enemies. But before I tell you why I want that sumbitch dead, let me tell you what happened that day. I was heading back to the hideout when suddenly I had this funny feeling.
Funny, haha?
No, Steve. The other kind of funny.
Sembra molto graficamente molto di stile Borderlands.
You heard Pat. You need to stay here and keep an eye on the road. That's not fair. We're missing all the fun.
I knew those two morons would never let me through. I had no choice.
Who's that? You with us?
Questa fa molto invece 13.
Oh yeah. I heard the shots and I knew I had to move fast. Garrett and his army of deputies had surrounded the entire homestead.
Fire at will. Spread out, guys. They're coming from the rear.
I decided to help Billy and the boys out a bit. So that's just what I did.
Hey, we have one behind us. Stay on it. Covering fire.
As the governor of New Mexico was paying for the kid's apprehension, Garrett was able to hire every gun hand in Lincoln County.
Ah, sono quei segreti.
Watch out! One of them! God damn it! He's right behind us!
Garrett's men were running around like a bunch of chickens with their heads cut off. Still, one of them reached the water tower. Not a bad idea. It would be a turkey shoot from up there.
You ain't going nowhere!
Luckily, these shooters Garrett hired weren't the sharpest tools in the shed.
Oh, he's hurt!
Il gioco l'hai fatto sulla Team Games. Ah sì?
The right position is very important. Personally, I prefer to be on top.
Oh, you do you?
Indeed, darling. But where was I? Oh, yeah. A lot of them were saddle tramps or sod busters or drunken drifters looking to make a few bucks.
Where'd he come from? He can't take us all on. Damn ears!
Bam!
Then, I heard a friendly voice yelling at me from the window. Back door! We'll cover you! Truth be told, things weren't much better behind the house.
Shoot that!
Cut their numbers in half, but that just made the ones that were left twice as mad.
You think you can kill me too?
They made up for their lack of skill with a seemingly endless supply of ammo.
Ma che non muore sta gallina del cazzo? Ma devo sparare a qualsiasi cosa, va bene, ok.
And like that, I was inside, none the worse for wear. I passed Dirty Dave.
Deader than a rat in a trap. I'm putting you down. How about that? Huh? You like that?
And upstairs, I found Billy and Charlie Beaudry.
Se spari prendi punti. 21 morti a 21 anni, scaltro. C'ha 21 anni?
Billy looked at me and said, "About time, amigo! Grab a gun and get to the window!"
Wait, so you were friends with Billy the Kid?
Yeah, sort of.
Where'd he come from?
Anyway, we were surrounded by dozens of deputized shooters who wanted to do us harm. telling you Garrett's men were dropping like flies, but they just kept on coming. That's when Charlie got hit. "They're catching us in a crossfire," shouted Billy. "Get to the other side." Suckers I personally put down. It was pretty clear, even to Billy, that maybe discretion was the better part of valor.
What's that mean?
It means that it was time to cut and run. "They got a Gatling," Billy shouted. "Get the horses and bring them round back. I'll draw their attention." He directed that order at me, and I thought, why the hell do I have to do it? But I went anyway. Dumbass that I was back then.
Those poor sons of bitches are done for.
Many would have fled in my place. But I had that false sense of invincibility that many young men have. Like Jack.
Sì, lo so, lo so.
What are you saying, old man?
Jack, he's just joshing with you now.
Yeah, he better be.
Mr. Graves, please continue.
Please, call me Silas, ma'am. Now, where was I?
You were heading for the barn.
La cosa dei segreti non ci voleva proprio perché mi distra... Oh! Mi distrae dal gioco.
Making my way past a castle of fallen foes.
Ho fatto una scena notte dal cielo. Aia!
Hired guns.
You won't get away with this.
Yeah, and just when I thought I was done with them, more of these hapless bastards would pop up. Finally, I had the stables within my reach. After the fight, maybe we could treat ourselves to some fried chicken. And that's when I met Sheriff Pat Garrett.
I read that you went toe-to-toe with him, sir. That backstabbing bastard with that tacked-on tin star. You challenged him to a showdown.
You read that in a dime novel?
It said he showed no fear as he took your measure with eyes like a rattlesnake. And that you killed him in a fair fight.
Is that what that Penny Dreadful said? No, boy. That ain't what I meant when I said I met Pat Garrett. So let me start again. I finally reached those damn stables. Stepped inside, and last thing I heard was Garrett's voice. That's not Billy.
And go on, how did it end?
And, boy, that was just the beginning.
Bella sta cosa del racconto. Sì, viene raccontato come un libro praticamente.
So what happened? Did Garrett arrest you?
Yeah, after I came to, the bastard had clocked me with his Colt.
Però parlano troppo, devo dire la verità, non mi sto godendo il gameplay.
And the kid surrendered?
When he realized there was no getting out of there alive.
So they locked you up in Lincoln?
Indeed they did. Sentenced me to hang right along with the kid.
Per un pugno di piombo.
It's important to know that I was only riding with Billy so I could find the bastard I was after. He was with John Kinney's gang, and they were sworn enemies of Billy's regulators.
Why were you after him?
I owed that son of a bitch a bullet for what he had done to me and mine. Instead, all I got for myself was a goddamn death sentence. Luckily, it was right around then that I heard Billy make his move. He shot Jim Bell and a few other guards as he made his getaway. Later, they wrote that some lady friend planted a pistol for him in the privy. What the papers didn't say is that Billy helped me escape, too. My first order of business was finding a firearm.
La storia di Billy the Kid. Chi la so. Vabbè ragazzi, ci dobbiamo mettere a leggere tutta sta roba, diventa poi un gameplay prolisso inutilmente. Ma credo questi qua siano racconti veri, mi sa.
Luckily, I located Deputy Bob Ollinger's mean-ass shotgun.
Shotgun like Doom. The Doom Slayer. Ma magari non leggi.
I saw Billy through the window, and he yelled that I should take to the rooftops to make my escape. So I did.
Anybody see Billy? That little bitch shot Jim Bell.
Hell yeah. That scatter gun was like a double-barreled howitzer. It could blow a man clear off his feet. You hardly had to aim the damn thing. The kids escaped, raised a huge ruckus. Guards were everywhere looking for him.
Can't let the kid get away. Anybody see him? Can't believe you missed.
I had to jump from roof to roof like a damn alley cat. I followed the planks where I could, but some of that wood was slippery as hell. The whole town was up in arms. And suddenly, I was a fugitive.
Everything? How the hell did the kid escape? Show him how to die! Sorry, son of a Brother, I'm gonna make you pay for that. Gotta be around here somewhere. Then he broke out of jail.
Violence is not the answer.
Adesso si forma il gameplay mano a mano che giochi. E mo? È morto?
So that bastard you were after, what did he do?
He did me and my family a grievous harm. But I knew if I was ever gonna find him, I would need to get my ever-loving ass out of there. I tried to be stealthy and sneak my way past.
You!
But hell if they weren't all waiting for me. Apparently, some of them thought I was Billy.
You hooligans can go to hell.
Surrender yourself! around somewhere.
See, me and the kid shared a certain similarity in build and color. I was just glad I had Deputy Bob's mean-ass shotgun.
They're shooting in the street!
Get your headstone!
There's children here.
So much lead was whizzing by my head, it was like everyone in Lincoln wanted to put me in the ground. I knew I needed to find a horse. Though I never did have a great fondness for those four-legged grass-eaters. Smelly, sweaty, ungrateful beasts. We prize them too high, if you ask me.
I'll flank him! Surrender yourself! Come out!
Sta arma è potentissima. Un po' più lunga assolutamente. Così facciamo bei massacrini. Non mi piace come viene raccontata la storia, perché cioè non lo ascolti, ti perdi, non riesci ad ascoltare e leggere quello che dice, quindi trovo che sia fatto male tutto quell'aspetto.
But where was the kid while you were busy getting shot at?
Gone. And that's when it occurred to me why Billy set me free.
Respect for decency?
So I could be a hapless decoy and draw attention while he snuck out of town. I knew if I made it out of there in one piece, no one would put a price on my head.
Because everybody in Lincoln would be
Sfogo
dead?
scudo con questo.
No, because they all thought I was Billy, and all that blame would fall on him. Meanwhile, Deputy Bob Ollinger was organizing a posse to put me down. He was already a mean son of a bitch, but he was doubly pissed that I stole his mean-ass shotgun. Anyway, it was me or them, and the only way forward led me straight to perdition. But the cards were dealt, and I had no choice but to play them.
Get the women off the street! On your ball! Okay, did he get away? Hey, got some for you! Get out here, you coward!
Finally, I found what I was looking for. The stables on the edge of town.
I guess Billy saved your ass, taking out Bob Ollinger the way he did.
Billy didn't kill Bob.
Sure he did. He dispatched him right after he shot Deputy Bell.
No, sir. Because Bob came right up behind me, angry as hell that Billy had lit out. "Hello, Bob," I said. "I think you better let me go." And he says, "I don't think so, boy. Not with my shotgun." So we stood there in the middle of the street, eyeball to eyeball. He intended to kill me, and I knew I had no choice but to defend myself.
Ok, vedi, ti perdi a leggere, poi fai una cazzata nel gameplay.
I killed him in a fair fight.
No.
Everybody saw I had no damn choice. Well, Lincoln got a mite depopulated that day. Pat Garrett gunned down Billy 3 months later, so his escape was all for naught.
So where'd you go after Lincoln?
Mexico. Until I realized nobody was looking for me. I ended up taking a job at the Rurales.
The Mexican Rurales?
I was hired to help them track down the cowboys.
The most vicious outlaw gang in Cochise County? Curly Bill Brocious? Johnny Ringo?
Led by old man Clanton himself.
They must have paid you a pretty penny to take them hombres on.
Not really. But truth be told, I had my own reasons for going after those boys.
Che schifo il Far West, raga. Cioè, viverci deve essere proprio una merda.
So was the bastard you were after now riding with the cowboys?
Roscoe Bob Bryant was his name.
Oh.
But no, this time it was a different bastard I was after. The aforementioned Mr. Ringo. And yes, he was working for old man Clanton. I came upon them robbing a stagecoach, which wasn't surprising, being they were such murderous thieves and bastards. The bandits wore red scarves, so I knew they worked for the old man.
Over there!
I did my best to help those poor passengers. Moments later, the attackers were dead, and I checked the stagecoach to see how many passengers were still breathing. None. It was then I wondered if the rocks weren't hiding more bandits. Was that all of them? Or did I just hit the rear guard? I quickly got my answer. They attacked from on high like Apaches often did. They would appear in great numbers from above and rain down lead on their hapless enemies' heads, making use of the high ground and whatever else they had. Yep, the Apaches always appeared out of nowhere, and there never seemed to be an end to them.
Hold on, were you attacked by Apaches? What happened to the cowboys?
Did I say they were Apaches? I said Clanton's cowboys attacked me Apache style. I was in a pitched battle, but I was holding my own against an overwhelming enemy force. See, at the time, I was still pretty green and would often blunder into regrettable situations. But I just kept shooting at anything I could see up in those damn rocks. I didn't see Ringo, but I knew he was with the cowboys. He and Roscoe Bob had done me a dreadful wrong, and I was determined to have my revenge. But to get to Ringo, I knew I'd have to fight my way past these other assholes first. Unfortunately, I was running out of ammo. Another perfect example of my relative inexperience as a hunter of men. I immediately knew that a tactical retreat was called for, as my vengeful fury was much less impressive without the bullets to back it up. Finally, they managed to corner me. Trapped as I was, the odds of my survival seemed pretty slim.
Erano cowboy. Sì, sì. Non lo so.
Luckily, serendipity was on my side as I suddenly spotted a way out of my predicament. I ran ahead as if the devil himself was after me. Bullets were whizzing by my ears, but I wasn't about to roll over and die. I just kept running like there was no tomorrow. Because there wouldn't be if Clanton and his men caught up with me. As I was scurrying around those caves, I thought, what was I thinking? Going up against a gang like this? They were hunting me like I was game. And I swear to God, that's how I felt.
Where's he gonna run to now?
I just kept running, not knowing where the hell I was going.
No one will ever find you here!
And that's when something miraculous happened. Like manna from heaven. I found the desiccated remains of what looked like an Apache warrior.
È caduto
The
dal
old
cielo.
weapon next to him supplied me with some much-needed ammunition. Bat Masterson once told me it was more important to be lucky than good, and he would know. And imagine my surprise when I found a fistful of dynamite to go along with that ammo. That stroke of good fortune evened the odds and bolstered my confidence. It was time to turn the tables. Time for the prey to become the predator. Time for the hunted to become the hunter. Time.
All right, Jesus, we get it. They were right where you wanted them.
That's right, Jack. I was done running. And the old man's boys were not expecting that. No, sir. I came at them like a wildcat. My fury knew no bounds. was finally time for that old man to pay for his sins.
Ho detto che c'è una pepita nelle vicinanze. No, porca miseria.
I yelled out at the top of my lungs, Clanton, I'm coming for you! A little stealth might have made more sense, to be perfectly honest. Because that old fool had a Gatling gun and enough bullets to last him till kingdom come. But I knew I could not let that deter me. Not if I was to find and kill Ringo. I needed to get that old man off that gun.
Come cavolo si fa ad andare lì? Ma gli sparo perché non muore? Che gli devo tirare? Una botta in testa? Gli devo...
Let me tell you, that was the longest uphill climb of my entire damn life. Well, one of the longest. It was that one time I was pursuing Frank James, Jesse James' brother.
Jesse James?
Perhaps we could talk about that one later. Now, where was I? Right. I had old man Clanton in my sights.
L'ho capito che gli devo tirare la dinamite.
Most everyone thought it was the Rurales who had come up against him in Guadalupe Canyon, but it was just me.
Ah, devo colpire forse quel coso di esplosivi. Ah, non ho capito, che devo fare? Ah, mo' ho salvato qua. Pensavo stessi nella grotta. Vabbè.
They're gonna need a gun.
Apparently, one of the cowboys made it out of there alive and told Ike and Billy Clanton that it wasn't a Mexican who took their father's life that day. They just assumed it was one of the Earps, and that little misunderstanding eventually led to that legendary gunfight at the OK Corral.
Eppure si perdono. Ho messo l'abilità per scoprire i segreti eppure li perdo. Devo tenere il prossimo potenziamento se c'è qualcosa per individuarli meglio.
A few weeks after that dust up at the OK Corral, I was still after Johnny Ringo. I had tracked him and the cowboys to their hideout at a sawmill, and they were loaded for bear.
So, what exactly did Johnny Ringo do to piss you off?
Well, him and that other bastard.
Roscoe Bob Bright?
Yep. They both deserve to die, and I promise I'll tell you why. But first I need to tell you about the Cowboys' new boss, Curly Bill Brocious.
Earth's coming!
Get ready, boys. Curly Bill took charge of the Cowboys upon the old man's demise, and after that gunfight at the OK Corral, the Clantons wanted revenge. So they murdered Morgan Earp and grievously wounded his older brother, Virgil. Wyatt and Doc went on what became known as the Vendetta Ride, hunting those outlaws down. So when I showed up, that's who they thought I was.
I got a bullet with your name on it, boy. Show yourself.
Qua non c'è nessun segreto, possiamo uscire. E invece è quello lì.
There were killers around every corner, all wearing red bandanas. That's how the cowboys identified each other. And I was beginning to wish I had one myself.
Mi piace
But I wasn't about to
il
let
sangue che
Ringo walk
buttano quando li
away
ammazzi.
unscathed. And that's what drove me forward.
They say that Ringo was infernally fast.
I hardly saw anyone faster, boy. Certainly not Wyatt Earp. That man was all hat and no cattle.
Take him down!
Earp wasn't much of a match for him, but Doc Holliday might have taken him.
That lunger should have kept his nose out of it. They never charged anyone for the murder of Morgan Earp.
But everybody knew that Curly shot him in the back. That was common knowledge.
Yeah, maybe so. But Ringo had nothing to do with it. He was just being loyal to a friend.
Is that what you call it? Being loyal. Well, to get to that loyal friend, I had to pass by some buzzsaws as big as a man.
Excuse me, sir. I have a question.
What's that, Dwight?
After old man Clanton died,
What?
why didn't his son take over the Cowboys?
Because Ike Clanton was dumber than a box of rocks and a yellow belly to boot. Now, where was I?
Taking down the entire cowboy gang single-handed.
Indeed I was, Jack. Though it wasn't easy, as those boys had good cover.
Middle-ate that sucker! Get me! There he is. Please get around the corner. Look out!
There were carts everywhere, piles of lumber, and God knows what else for people to hide behind. That really was one hell of a sawmill. Quite an impressive operation.
And where was Curly Bill? Did you see him?
I'm about to get to that, Ben. Patience. I'm painting a picture here. There was this beautiful waterfall and a crystal clear stream that led to a verdant valley that was truly...
Consider your picture painted. What happened next?
Well, finally the bastards that were still alive made a last stand.
Quanto Far West.
Curly Bill, Johnny Ringo, and his compadres took off into the lumber yard, and I followed after.
Con oggetto prima di premere il grilletto. Che di cosa?
Are you saying they ran? Cowardice was not in Ringo nor Curly Bill's nature.
No, sir. I never said they were running scared. They just wanted me out in the open.
You working for Wyatt Earp? That son of a bitch Earp sent you to kill me? Get him, boy!
Come sono morto? Come sono morto?
Brocious gave me no choice but to take his life. But Ringo was nowhere to be found.
I knew you didn't kill Ringo, because he was found dead in a different location altogether.
To this day, his killer is still unknown.
Indeed. Took me a few months before I finally tracked his ass to West Turkey Creek Canyon.
That's incredible, sir. I always thought that Doc Holliday was the one that killed him.
Sorry I had to ruin the legend for you, boy. But the legend ain't always true. Doc Holliday had nothing to do with the death of Johnny Ringo.
Si sta svolgendo
I
molto
was paid a
rapidamente
healthy
questo gioco,
bounty
alla
for Ringo
cacchio.
and Curly Bill, and realized there was real money to be made. That's why I went after Henry Plummer.
Episodio 3. Albe, quanti episodi sono?
Now, wasn't he the sheriff who augmented his income by shaking down miners and robbing gold shipments?
That's the one.
Oh, yeah, I remember him. He ran that gang
I'm
of
not
thieving
Beren.
outlaws called the Innocents.
So it's true that you went toe-to-toe
I
with him?
remember them.
Indeed I did, son.
Una decina,
Indeed I
ok.
did.
Controlla su internet. I remember them. Wow, proprio talking like old Far West. Oh my god. I remember them. Yeah, belli che affare.
I knew I needed resources if I was going to track down Roscoe Bob Bryant, and hunting Plummer looked like a good way to get rich quick. As the local vigilantes exposed him as the leader of the bandits, and put a generous price on his head. Plummer rallied his gang to plunder one last gold mine before making their escape, and that's where I thought I'd find him.
7 episodi. Sto finendo praticamente. I remember them. Vabbè, dopo vieni su Discord, mi parli un po' come stile Far West. Oh my god. I remember them. Please, come on. I'm so America. Aspetta. Stile Far West. Allora, se siamo nella miniera ci vediamo il fucile a pompa, perché sicuro siamo ravvicinati.
It makes me nervous standing so close to all these goddamn barrels of gunpowder.
Why would you be nervous? No one has the cojones to come after us. As long as you...
Oh, yeah? Well, who the hell?
As my
Don't
late
let him
father
get us
pointed
shut up.
out to me more than once, God made men, but Samuel Colt made them equal.
I'm ending you.
Ma io ero convinto di stare nella miniera, qua siamo in area apertissima, accidenti. Un po' questa pistolina qui.
I knew that dynamite wasn't mine, so I decided the polite thing would be to return it. It was the biggest gold rush since Sutter's Mill in '48. Unfortunately, prospectors weren't the only ones drawn to those riches.
That was too damn close.
There were thieves and killers, robbing travelers and hijacking gold shipments. Like those that ran with Plummer. Some were just regular folks I knew from town, drawn by greed and easy pickings.
I remember they...
Charlie Crow, the blacksmith. James, who worked in the stable. Sam and Jeremiah Barber, the butcher's son. Ordinary citizens who lived a double life. Stealing and thieving and murdering their neighbors.
Aria nel Far West.
Of course, the rest were veterans of the Civil War. Stone-cold killers trained on the bloody fields of Shiloh and Antietam. Dangerous, desperate individuals. Plummer had a lot of men on his payroll. A hell of a lot. That son of a bitch pretended to protect the public with one hand, while stealing and lying with the other. He set up a defensive perimeter, which I had no idea how to breach. I was outnumbered and in way over my head, but I was too damn stubborn and stupid to realize it. They must have thought I was tough, or had some kind of death wish, seeing as there were barrels of gunpowder everywhere. One stray bullet, one stray spark, and I'd be blown to hell and gone. Did I have any second thoughts about what I was doing? I thought I was some kind of hero. I finally made it past and headed on to meet my destiny.
Giocare devo andare, scusate. Oh.
But first, I had something I needed to figure out. I had a few ideas on how to get into that mine, but once I made my decision, I knew there was no turning back. So my first thought was to enter the nearest mine portal. I saw an entrance. Made sense. It was the quickest way in. But that also made it more dangerous, as there would undoubtedly be enemy pickets posted along the way. Besides, once you enter a mine like that, it's easy to get all turned around. And that confusing maze of corridors wouldn't even be the worst of it.
Kill that dickweed!
Some of those shafts could be as deep as hell. A single stumble or misstep can easily end in a deadly plunge to oblivion.
I'm here! I do not deserve to...
Quick reflexes often make up for a lack of common sense. Luckily, I was never one to be easily bushwhacked. I would just need to be careful not to blow myself to kingdom come. With all that gunpowder and dynamite everywhere, a body has to know what he's shooting at. One wrong bullet could have turned that mine into a dad-blasted tomb. I freely admit that my plan of attack is not just moronic, but clearly precise. It's a good thing that I abandoned that ridiculous plan before I even tried it.
Come sono morto? Mi devo spostare io?
Instead, I spotted a ladder, a way into the mine from the opposite side.
Ah, ma devo fare da qua. Ah, dicevo che cacchio sono morto così indietro.
It was a long way around, but that approach seemed more sensible at the time. Of course, being I had a problem with heights, that scaffolding scared the bejesus out of me. Climbing down that ladder required some caution, because even though I had a younger man's reflexes, no man can dodge a damn bullet while climbing down a rickety ladder. I needed to make a leap of faith, which ain't easy when you're suspended between heaven and hell. I was determined not to give up, however. As Sheriff Plummer seemed quite the despicable character. When the vigilantes discovered what the sheriff was up to, people were outraged. That 10,000 they put on his head would go a long way to helping me find old Ron. I had made it my mission to settle that score come hell or high water. But first, I would have to make a choice. Take the elevator or climb the ladder.
Sì, lo so che sta raccontando vari punti di vista, ma per me sta roba non ha senso.
You ain't beefing me. Show yourself, coward.
Ma secondo me pure se sei americano e capisci la lingua ti rompi, perché o ascolti il gioco, i nemici, oppure o la storia, cioè.
Plummer was a mad dog killer, and the people of Nevada City deserved better. Right, well, he was the sheriff of both places at one time or another, but that's neither here nor there. The point was, taking him down would save a lot of lives, including my own. Henry Plummer was clearly unhinged, and I could see right away that this was going to take some doing.
Boys, take this cocksucker out! He's moving! Shoot! That's right! I'm going all medieval on your ass! You can shoot, but can you aim? This shit's gonna hurt! This cocksucker is smarter than you! What the heck just happened? Blood money for you today!
So that's how Henry Plummer died. Him and his crew were worth their weight in gold. And now, I was officially a bounty hunter.
Mazza, 4 su 4 Pepite, vai.
So, did you finally go after that Bob feller?
Bob
Well,
fella?
I heard word he was in Kansas with John Wesley Hardin. So that's where I went.
Where in Kansas?
Abilene. Why do you ask, Ben?
No reason.
Was Hardin as fast as Ringo?
Ringo was fast, but John Wesley was as fast as the devil himself.
I am Bob West, and I'm
Hell,
coming
he killed
from
his first
far
man at
west.
15. From that day forward, he had a price on his head and wouldn't back down for nobody, not even Wild Bill Hickok himself.
I'll kill you, motherfucker. Bert West, where are you? I'm gonna close this
I
gameplay.
dodged death many a time,
Oh.
and that night in Abilene was no different. I was there with the intention of finding that bastard Bob and collecting the bounty on John Wesley.
I thought the Texas Rangers got Hardin.
Yeah, that's what they want you to believe.
4. Madonna mia, sto fucile è impreciso al massimo.
It was cold in a witch's tit and a brass bra that night as I fought my way past his loyal compadres.
È salvato?
to the very same saloon we're sitting in today.
Fai un salvataggio.
Look around and imagine this place painted in blood. Hardin was waiting for me, and...
Perché poi è uscito?
Wait, I'm jumping the gun here. Let me back up and give you some background on this sumbitch. He deserves that much. Don't you think so, Ben? John Wesley Hardin was a killer. By the end, he confessed to taking the lives of 42 men.
So, guys, I'll call you because now I'm very tired. The gameplay and live streaming just finished right now. See you on my other social media or in the Far West company. I don't know where are you fucking go. I don't give a shit. So, skill.